Jagoff podcast. First of all, you're listening to Noah in between the guests here, but we always love interesting jobs. They're like, we always say it nauseum. We had the guy who curates the ice at the PPJ Paints Arena, right?
Probably one of my favorite podcast guests, to be honest with you.
Exactly. So we always want interesting guests. So Demolition Derby, the entire guest portfolio is interesting. So these guys we have here, they do broadcasting, play-by-play, I guess, of Demolition Derby. So who do we have here?
My name is Mike Tix. I'm from the Twin Cities of Minnesota.
All right.
Josh Decker. I'm from a little town called Whitney Point, New York. A little ways away.
Okay, nice. So
hang on a second. I got to interrupt for a second.
Do it.
So like we have to beat the interview of the guy that just makes ice level. that's I just want to see where we're at. All right.
Be able to do this.
Yeah, the smiles.
That's where the bar's at right now.
All right. Well, level ice is way the heck down here, so I'm totally cool with that.
I love it. So, obviously, let's just get started with Demolition Derby. Guessing you guys were drivers at some point, and
Still
now
are.
you're broadcast. Oh, you still are.
Still are.
We'll still smash cars.
Man,
Okay.
wrecking cars is a life. And once you do it once, it's forever.
Okay.
Yeah, so really we're actually veterans in our area. I've run probably 150 cars. Tix has run probably more than I have. We have 50 cars each in our yard. We are addicted to the sport of Demolition Derby, and we decided that at some point, let's get it out to more places. Let's start going different places, and it's really evolved. Right now we're scheduled for 22 different shows throughout the entire country. We have Canada ones. We're going to be Western Canada and Eastern Canada when the border opens. But we're just Derby guys that we love junking cars, and we wanted to bring it to people for free. That's our big thing, is all of our stuff is free, just to get numbers, more people into the sport of Derby, and is our real goal.
Now, so you mentioned you guys have like 22 shows coming up. If somebody wanted to find out like a show schedule and maybe look and see like what city, what day,
Great
where
question.
these shows are going to be, where do they check that out at?
We have a webpage. It's www.trackshotlive.com, and we have a whole schedule on there. You can just click on it, and you can see that, hey, we're going to be in Iowa, we're going to be in Texas, we're going to be in California. Come to our shows, come hang out with us. We love seeing and meeting new people, so if you've never met us, come out and enjoy it. And I promise you, if you watched Demolition Derby years ago at your county fair, that's not what Demolition Derby is anymore. It is nasty now. 700 horsepower cars hitting each other. Guys get knocked unconscious when they hit each other so hard. So if you haven't seen it in a long time, you need to catch back up.
Listen, this is my passion. I want to try this. I want to drive a school bus in the Demolition
Yes,
Derby.
they have them.
I know. So, but and I might end up chickening out. I don't know after talking to you guys. So the sport, as Jason was telling us, is you're sort of trying to form an association so everybody's working together and ready for that big sport. That's part of what you guys do. Now, what you guys do as far as broadcasting, announcing it on Facebook, this is all from the heart, right? There's no money in this, right?
No, this is pure passion, you guys. What we do is TrackShot Live. We are introducing tools to the sport to make it bigger and better. We want to put our footprint in small town USA and show you guys what you are missing out on. And we want to bring it to you live across your phone, your device, whatever you have, and you can watch this across there. And then as we leave from this small town USA, our footprint is imprinted there forever.
Yes.
And we only want to make it bigger and better, and we want to give it to you. You know what? If you want to drive a car, I'll give you a guarantee. You bring everybody up, you bring your podcast, you come to Minnesota, I will put you in a car personally. Not only do we do awesome stuff like that, we are giving away a youth car, and we are flying in the Guardian, the youth driver, and they're coming to Minnesota next weekend to drive a car for free. We're paying for the whole thing. I will give you that guarantee. You bring this podcast up there, and I will put you in a car. And I promise you that.
Dare you, sir?
Wait,
Sounds
I'm
like
Say it now. Say you'll do it now.
I am so glad Rachel's not here right now because I'm saying yes.
Oh, hey, hang on a second. I mean, you guys were talking about flat ice, how cool that was. I'm from Minnesota. I know flat ice, but I'll tell you, you want fun? You come to Minnesota, we will put you in a Derby car. You bring everybody up there. My casa, your casa.
Definitely.
That is the way our Derby family is.
Absolutely.
And I guarantee you go to Decker's World, he would do the same
You
thing
guys come
for
to
you.
New York, we'll build you a car, and we'll smash some cars. I don't know, 5 hours away for you guys. Yes,
So Larry-
absolutely.
Larry's
Alright,
a
so
car keeper guy. Larry, you're a car keeper guy, but I don't think you have 50 cars, and I don't think they're all Demolition Derby style, right? You have like classic cars and stuff.
Oh, we'll wreck the hell out of those too. Don't worry.
We'll smash them.
How about a couple for sure? John, I think you have to do Minnesota. I'll do New York. Can we divvy it up?
Let's do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
look
that's
at
what
him.
we're gonna
Yeah.
That's what
Hey,
Say you'll do it.
Yeah.
I want to hear it. I want
Yeah,
to say,
let's-
I'll be there. I'll be there because I'll have them cars ready. We'll have them cars ready.
And Jason had told us there's a place in August, I think it is. We'll talk to him in a bit, but it's August, Jason? Isn't there some kind of level, a 101 level?
Oh yeah,
demolition?
that's my it's my class. It's in September 17th in New Alex, where you can bring any car whatsoever, 1980s and newer, and you can run your very first show at a very low build for rookies only. And you can win $1,000 of my money, and I'll make you a cool trophy.
I wish it was a little closer to me because there is nothing more than I would love to do is get that $1,000 of Sauer's loot, and I would just make it rain everywhere. I'm gonna buy everybody beers, hot dogs, corn dogs. I would just feed you all with $1,000. I want Jason's grand in the worst way. How about you, Decker?
I hear that. I'll take that. If he's letting us do basic classes, let's jump
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Let's
So
jump
what,
in 'em.
if you didn't, in case you didn't hear it on the podcast, we know we have it on video, but basically Jason's offering $1,000 to do like a class on demolition derbies, and you'll come down and you can crash whatever you want. So like this is Larry, the challenge is there.
Yeah,
It's
and I mean, I drove all the way up here with you. I think you'd be great at Demo Derby.
We can wreck a Camry versus a Tacoma in my class.
oh, here, go ahead.
Camry versus Tacoma in my class. We'll see which one's the toughest Toyota.
I think we might have done that on accident a couple times in Rourke over the years. You never know.
Hey, but I'm telling you guys, this is 100% honest seriousness. This is what we do as a passion to bring new people into our sport. We love our family to expand day by day by day.
Yes.
And you know, Jason was telling us a little bit off prior to even coming up here that this is like there are a lot of CEOs and things like this is a hobby for them. Now, you don't have to have a lot of money to do this, right? But this has become a passion for people who don't get their hands dirty to want to go out and get their hands
Yeah, let me jump in on that.
Okay.
When I grew up as a kid at my county fair, which most of you would say I went to a derby in 1984 at my county fair, right? Very basic. My dad actually used to call us low class. My dad used to say that county fair drivers were low class. And I'm saying this to my dad. Some of my best friends in Derby, doctors, lawyers, millionaires, gorgeous houses, great people, great families. That's our real sport. That's why Track Shot's out there. I'm proving not just to my dad, but to America that we are great people. We love each other. Yeah, we knock each other's brains in during the day, but you watch, as soon as that's done, hugs, handshakes, because we're a family. Yeah. We'd like to enter you guys in our family. Come on anytime you want. We'll always make sure that happens. But you don't need a lot of money in the basic courses that Jason's talking about. A lot of people fear, like, how am I even going to start? There are classes where for $200-300, you're in and smashing. Now, and then after that, you get excited and say, I want to go to the next one where I got to spend a couple grand. And then you can get to the places where you got to spend 30, 40, 50 grand to compete. And those are out there too, but that's a little ways down the road.
Choices. That's the beautiful thing about this sport. You have choices, okay?
I love it. So if anybody, again, remind everybody where they find you guys online.
www.trackshotlive. Our company's called Track Shot. So trackshotlive.com. Go on YouTube, like our YouTube. We have so many derbies. I mean, we probably did about 10 or 12 last year. We're in the 20s this year, a bunch the year before. So there's tons to watch. You can just pick a state and watch it. You want to see what they derby like in Utah? Go watch it. New York, go watch it. Maine, go watch it. And start following us because we're expanding and expanding. And I actually want to get to other countries. I'm working on with some people that are over in Holland right now. And we're going to try to get over to Holland. I'm trying to get to Mexico, some friends in Brazil. This is going to be the progression of our sport, is we're going to get us all over the world, right? Now that'll be cool.
TrackShotLive.com. Like I say, you go on there, you follow us, like us, and it just makes everything bigger and better all the way through. And it's great things like what you guys are doing here, inviting us on, giving us a little bit of your time, and allowing us just to expand, to reach out and grab other people. That is the appreciation that we give to you guys. And the gratitude is, we'll build you cars. Let's wreck some stuff.
Oh, Larry, yes. All right.
But
So
you can't back out, sir. When
Yeah.
we
No,
stick
no,
you in it, you
no,
can't climb
you
out
have
of
no
it.
idea.
You're stuck in it.
You have no
Okay,
idea.
all
This,
right.
yeah. Now, all right. So our question of the day might be a little odd for you guys because we were asking everybody today, if you're on what Western Pennsylvania road would you like to use a Demolition Derby move on? So you guys might not be familiar with a Demolition or the roads here in Pennsylvania. So
I'll tell you what, I got the road coming from the airport into that tunnel. I want to wreck every damn person on that thing. If I paid my $13.95 a day for that extra insurance on that car, I'll tell you what, that Honda is going to get lit the hell up on the way back. I'm going to take out everybody coming through that tunnel.
That's a good enough answer. I'm going to leave it on that one. He knows the answer. That's the answer right there.
You know what? You picked the same road as me. That's for sure. Awesome, guys. You guys are really awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Larry, man. We appreciate the heck out of it. You guys, thanks for what you guys are doing here and enjoying our sport in this wonderful event here at Smith Metalworks, the Demolition Derby Expo.
And real quick, sir, everyone heard you guys say you were going to be there, so they'll be waiting. They'll be waiting.
You know what we have to do, Larry? Larry, you know what we have to do? New York, Minnesota, they don't know anything about the word YaJagoff, so we need to say, get out of my way, YaJagoff. We got to get them to do some Pittsburgh E's, right?
Let's do this.
Come on, can you do it? Can you use it?
Okay, now I'm seeing how this works. I like this. I like this.
It's a G. It's a G. Jagoff.
I hear you.
No CK.
Don't do the hard CK.
All right. So can you do it? Like if someone's in your way, you
Jagoff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, man, you want to get on my way, you Jagoff?
Nicely done.
Hey, man.
Thank you guys. Have a
Peace
great
to you
day.
guys out there.
are
Thanks
awesome.
for your time.
All right. Cool.
Were we
All
better
right.
than the
Can we
ice?
do Peggy next? Okay.
Guys, we appreciate that.
Peggy, you want to come on in? How are you? We're not on Facebook Live, but we are video. And we're recording the audio. So come on in here.
And since there is a little bit of noise, make sure to speak loud.
Actually, hold on one second. Peggy, Rachel's coming. She was at a funeral today, so she.
Oh, could I have one of those too?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I've been eating chocolate.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I'm like, I know I have chocolate everywhere.
There you go.
Because it melts easily.
So yeah, she's on her way here, but I don't know if she's gonna make it or not. To be honest with you.
Yeah. She's on her way from Pittsburgh?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. A good friend of theirs passed away, and his funeral was at 11. So, all right. So.
All right, let me.
We're just going to, this is a big deal for Mercer County, but let's talk about, have you talked about what else should we be looking forward to this summer in Mercer County?
Yeah.
That sound good?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So grab any one of those microphones there. Okay, once again, listening to Noel Volts. And listen, this is a senior person from the YaJagoff podcast. This is not her first time on the podcast. And Peggy from the Mercer County Visitors Bureau. Welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you.
Well, so here we are, Mercer County. And this is the hub of Demolition Dirty World for this weekend. All over the world. This is it. This is the center part. Did you know that?
Nice. I knew it was a Demolition Expo, and I'm like, okay, let me go and participate.
There you go. There you go. So you're the queen of Mercer County at this point, right? And so this is what's happening in Mercer County this weekend. But there are all kind of things that happen, and as things are slowly opening up, tell me about what's happening in Mercer County this summer. Things to look forward to.
Yeah, I think we're going to have an exciting summer. People are eager to travel. People are eager to be participate in events that attract and stay over someplace. So just to get out of the house and do some fun things. And we have a big lineup coming. Our big thing that we're going to be doing this summer, usually we do what's called a tourism cash giveaway over St. Patrick's Day weekend. But of course, because of the pandemic, this year we're going to be holding it over the Father's Day weekend. So from June 18th through June 20th, we're going to be giving people that stay overnight in our hotels up to $500 to spend in Mercer County. No one does this. This is our once a year event like this. So for anyone that is staying overnight at one night, we're going to give them $150. If they stay 2 nights, we're going to give them $300. But if they stay over Father's Day weekend 3 nights in our Mercer County hotels, bed and breakfast, inns, we are going to give them $500, and that money must be spent in Mercer County.
Wow.
So we're going to have a ball in Mercer County just buying all kinds of things for fathers. So we're going to celebrate awesome fathers over Father's Day weekend, and we hope that wives will bring their husband and do something special, for that father, or bring the whole family, bring the kids too. We've got a lot going on that kids and just even husband and wives will enjoy. Kids can participate. We have Keystone Safari, which is the interactive animal park. There's also Pymantuman Deer Park, is another interactive animal park. Keystone Safari also has the zip lining, which I participated in. It's called Ropes.
Did you scream?
I loved it. I had a ball. And so we also have wine and brew tours for wives that want to bring their husbands. And, just, hey, maybe have a little time from the kids, but celebrate the father also. And show him a great time. Hey, enjoy a spa treatment at Buell Mansion. You can use that $500 for a lot of things. So also boating. We were chosen the PA 2021 River of the Year, the Shenango River, right here in Mercer County. And so there's a lot of boating experiences that will be available, whether it's kayaking or the paddle boats or any type of boating. We have a Shenango Princess here on the lake, 23-mile water trail. So there's just so much to do that you can spend that $500.
I gotta tell you, it's such an easy drive up here. I mean, it's probably one of my favorite drives going from Pittsburgh to up here. I mean, you can get here in no time, beautiful scenery on the way. And then, so $500 to stay for Father's Day
Bring
weekend.
them in. If your husband or the father likes golf, we have the Mercer County Golf Trail. We have all kind of golf courses and special packages here for the guys that weekend. So
nice. And what's the lighting along the river?
yes, the Waterfire Sharon is coming up in July also.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's going to occur this year again, and then also on Father's Day weekend, I think the Father's Day car show, the big Father's Day car show on State Street is coming back. So everything is opening up, and we are such, as you say, an easy drive, and it's scenic, and it's easy access. We're not like the big cities where you have to go all over the world to park. Usually you can go right up to the door and park. You don't have to walk all over the world, some parking garage, and just go right to the place and park right there. So, I think we give a little bit of that rural flavor that I think the Pittsburgh people will enjoy.
And the fact that we're out here at Smith Metal Works means that we know the winter, we know the Quaker Steak and Lube home, and all those places, but there's so much more to do. Mercer County's a big place, Peggy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we go all the way, Mercer County covers all the way from Grove City to Stoneboro to Greenville to downtown Sharon. So we go all the way to the Ohio border here.
Wow, it's awesome.
So there's a lot to do.
Well, and so there is a lot to do. So Peggy, where would everybody find what to do? How do they follow you guys?
Okay, our big once-a-year event for the Father's Day weekend will be on our website starting next Thursday. Well, actually, this coming Thursday. So you can go to our website, or you can call us at 724-346-3771, and we can mail you or email you information about how to participate in that program and what you need to do. But it's an amazing program for you to be able to enjoy our attractions and our compliments on us. All you have to do is pay for a hotel room.
Right, $500. Right, and you could stay. What's the Terra?
You can stay at Terra, you can stay at Buell Mansion, you can stay at the Hampton Inns, you can stay at the Marriott. There's just such a wide variety of accommodations here. You can stay at a bed and breakfast. So there's a lot.
That is awesome. So, Peggy, our question of the day today, I don't know if you heard us asking this before, you had time to think about it, but our question of the day today is, if you could use any demolition derby moves on any PA road anywhere, which road would you like to just sort of to smash your way through?
Wow.
If it was legal, if it's legal and
If it was safe, if it was legal, and you just wanted to ram your way down the street, which one?
Well, I kind of like that road by our office, 718.
Oh, is that right?
Straight down past the Shenango River.
Okay.
So, hey, that would be fun. That back road.
Okay, I love it. Peggy, thank you so much for coming in. We're kind of like really close buds because you use the folks from Higher Images,
right?
And they just built us a really awesome YaJagoff.com website. So
they just built our website too.
Boom.
It's going to be launched. That's why I said this coming Thursday.
There you
We're
go.
launching it, so all of this information will be available on our website this coming Thursday.
Sweet. All right. Thanks very much, Peggy. We appreciate it. Now go smash some cars.
Okay.
That was perfect, Peggy. Thank you so much. All right. We ready? Jason?
We're ready. You guys are up, Jake.
Do you have to go or are you good? No, okay. Because the only thing I was thinking is if you have to go, you guys, you could take Rachel's class if you have to get back. Noah.
Thanks for coming.
Not Zach.
I'm like, I have a mask. I got out and I was like,
I know, same, yeah, right?
this is crazy.
All right.
Hi, Lair Bear.
Hello. So you do this. Here you go in there. So the
They
Facebook.
said it's a little bit hard to
The
hear.
Facebook Live, yeah.
Yeah, we just ended it after the first
Oh, okay. Yeah, Tracy texted. Hi there, how are you? Good, how are you? Hi, what's your name?
Jake and Todd, right?
Yeah, I already talked to Todd.
All right.
What are we doing?
So, all right. So these are Jake. You're from Pittsburgh.
No, I'm here.
You're from here. Okay. All right.
Todd's the one.
Todd's the dude from the movie. But you're the up and comer guy.
I'm Casey.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right.
That's only 14.
Wow.
I know you were talking like
Who's that
30.
tall? Awesome.
All
All
right.
right. So, what mic
Here.
am I using?
Use this one.
You want
Larry
me to
to
jump
sit
out?
out?
You can
No,
jump
no.
in.
You go. Yeah, you go, and we'll share. Yeah. I'll start.
And you start, and I can.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, you ready? Yeah. I'm a seasoned veteran at this shit. I know what I'm doing.
Edit.
All right. So we are not Facebook Live. We're on video. No, we're video.
fine, I'm
Yeah.
teasing.
All right. So our next segment here is that this is really cool because we have an up-and-comer in Demolition Derby-ing, a 14-year-old, and Todd, a Pittsburgher. Like, you probably don't think that many city folks are involved in Demolition Derby. Now, the cool thing is, Rach is now here at the podcast.
I don't
and
know how cool that
is
is,
it because you were outside smashing cars? That we got a lot of complaints that you were outside smashing your Honda Pilot into a bunch of cars, and Larry thinking, I'm going to sell her a new car.
No. The truth be told, I'm a safety person, and I heard about this, and I said, I can't wait to watch. I'm not doing it, but I can't wait to see it go down because we are from the city. We know nothing about this stuff, so we need to be educated. So, Jake, you're the up-and-comer. You have to kind of start us. Don't man me, I'm too young. That was so sweet. That means he's so respectful and polite, but talk to us about what excites you about this to kind of just jump in and want to do something like this. Is it like you were playing with your cars as a kid, you like doing that, or is it a family thing?
Oh, my family's all around it. Casey Smith's my uncle, and
Okay.
so I've been around it for a long time. And Todd here, he's helped me through. Jason, they're all here, so I've been around it. So it's kind of a family thing.
So when you've been around it, we take it for granted when we're around things like this. You were born and bred into it, so of course this is what you know. But what was it about that? Because sometimes people are born and bred into things and they're like, I don't think this is what I want to do. What was the appeal? The excitement of it? What really hooked you?
The fact that the first time you strap into that car and go out there onto that track and you're like, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
You're nervous till you make that first hit, and then you're like, okay, it's time.
So how do you get ready for it? So you're nervous because you've seen the crash, right? What did you kind of tell yourself getting into that car? Like, it's gonna be fine.
Let's go have fun.
Let's go
That's what I
have fun.
said.
So what was the very first time like?
It wasn't too bad. until I got like the next day. Then it started to hurt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was
okay.
pretty sore.
Okay. Just little bang ups,
Yeah.
nothing over the top.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So introduce me. How would you introduce Todd?
Oh,
What can you give me on him?
The legend himself.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This dude's a legend of the sport.
I walked in and met him. I thought I was supposed to kiss his ring. I didn't know
Oh,
what Derby,
come on.
Derby protocol was.
Nah,
But Todd, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're so excited to learn about this. So obviously you're deemed like the guy who knows, but they're referring to you as a Yinzer, so I like that part of it. So you're the Yinzer Derby guy.
Yes.
Talk to us as a one-time, not knowing what to do. We're just kind of jumping in here. What do we expect if we have no idea what to expect?
Oh my, I can go back to our dad used to do it when we were kids, and 25, 30 years now we've been doing it, and I can tell you that the first time I went out, I won. And I was hooked. The first time I ran a Derby car, I won.
So he's
and
a natural.
I was hooked. I got lucky.
Okay.
I was hooked.
Okay.
And I've always shared it's the best drug on the planet. It's like, and I grew up in the '80s, so you know.
Same, I get it.
I've done all the good ones in the '80s, but it's the adrenaline rush. I wish they bottled it. I really do, because. And at the end of a Derby, you're just like, the adrenaline's going and you're muddy and you're sweaty, and it's probably the greatest feeling in the world.
So walk us through, and I mean, listen, we're not being funny about it, but we are city people, so this is sort of foreign to us. So walk us through, if we were to actually do it, and all kidding aside, John is dying, like he's hoping someone offers him to get in this car. So if
10
you...
minutes ago, he got offered him.
Oh, did he really? Oh, okay.
Drop the bomb on you, but we're doing it.
I'm not you. That's why you're here, Lair. Yeah, I'm good. But what do you expect? Take us start to finish. You get in, what happens?
So it depends on what class it is. Like there's certain classes. If you're a beginner, the stock, because it's the easiest one to build, and plus the metal, crunches. It's the pro mods, the big heavy builds that you're sore after those. But when the metal's crunching, no, we just know how to build over 30 years. We learn from the best of them.
Okay.
But the stock Derby, it's pretty much a chain and go. You knock the glass out, move the battery to the front seat, gas tank behind the seat, wire the doors or weld the doors shut, and go. Those are the best ones to start out in. And we have several classes in the biggest show that we sponsor in Pennsylvania, the Iron City Nationals.
Right.
And
you said that's in the fall.
Yeah, that's September 17th and 18th, and it's actually Jason Sauer's potluck heat, the most wanted fine art heat, where it's just for the beginner people that they can get a car and they can get out and experience Demolition Derby. And it's relatively cheap, and once they get that adrenaline fixed, they'll be hooked. That's how it is.
So is it called a sport?
Yes.
Okay. Talk a little bit about that, because again, I think most people or think it's an activity, or maybe what do they call, like extreme type things? Yeah. What classifies it as a sport, and how does that be? How do you compete?
Yeah. Well, it has grown so much. It's a motorsport. Like you see NASCAR, you see Circle Track.
Sure.
And a lot of them NASCAR and Circle Track guys are fans of Demolition Derby. We actually have parts coming out of North Carolina, out of a major NASCAR shop, our ball joints and our spindles.
Wow.
I don't know if I can mention them, but
but yeah.
Well, Joker spindles and ball joints, and they come out of Stewart Haas Racing. We buy them, and so those are for the pro mod. Big boy cars, the big boy cars, right. The big money races, the $10,000, the $15,000, the $20,000 to win national shows. So, but no, it is a sport, and the sport has grown so much in the last 10 years. It's amazing. Like it's a national. We specifically we go all over the country.
Okay.
We were just in Florida a couple of weeks ago. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Where else have you been?
Once.
Okay.
Just I normally stay around here.
Yeah, school and such.
PA, Ohio.
Okay. Now, is it big in those states as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say the Ohio is the ground zero for Demolition Derbies. The state of Ohio.
Did it originate there?
Well, no, it didn't originate there. It kind of originated in Islip Speedway in Long Island, New York. It used to be on Wide World of Sports when we were kids in the 70s.
Yeah.
But the state of Ohio was really brought to the next level on
Okay.
builds and big derbies, and now you're seeing those same type of big derbies all over the country: Utah, California, Minnesota, Florida, Maryland. You know, they're everywhere. Like the biggest one is Blizzard Bass. It's in Topeka, the national championship team derby every year.
Yes.
And it's usually 16 teams from all over the country that compete, and they pay $40,000 to win.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Smash It over there is the promoter.
So as a sport, you
Yeah.
know, we think of something like any of the balls, right? Basketball, football, that kind of thing. There's a sequence of training that you have to do. What's the training like for this?
You got a driving camp that SMW is promoting now for the youth drivers to get their swing on things, get their feet wet. Todd, he's been around it, so he knows what he's doing. He's practiced driving.
Okay. So a lot of driving practice.
A lot of it's just throw them in there and go.
Oh, for
You
crying
know?
out loud. Yeah.
I mean, it's like the bumper cars magnified 10,000 times if you've been to a bumper car at an amusement park.
So go to Kennywood.
Go to Kennywood.
Ride the bumper
the
cars
Grand Prix.
8-10 times. Yeah, there you go. And you're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay, there you
Yeah.
go. So go to Kennywood, and now you can figure it out, you Pittsburghers. No, but in all seriousness, so what are you looking forward to this year? Because let's face it, we do not talk about COVID anymore because we're so we got to move forward, right? But you had some time to kind of focus on honing in on your talents and maybe putting some time into this. So now what? What do we look forward to?
We're looking at a wide open year. A lot of shows are up and running now. A lot of shows are, they're on. Like, for us, Matt, we do the one in Pennsylvania nationally, and then Ohio, Kansas, New York, they're all on now.
Wow.
So
is it like a week-long thing? You kind of get your bags packed and you go?
Yeah, usually the bigger shows are 2 days.
Okay.
2-day show. Blizzard Bass is like 4 days.
Okay.
So you're there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
But then you have your local fair derbies, which are a lot of fun. Which sometimes are my funnest, like the New Alexandria Lions Club.
Okay.
And then all the county fairs and Stoneboro Fair, which is coming up in a couple of weeks.
Oh wow.
And those little fairs, and you get the same type of caliber. You get big name drivers coming to these shows for a little bit of money. We don't do it for the money.
Right.
But if you win, it's just gravy.
rush.
It's gravy.
Larry, would you be doing this?
I would absolutely be doing it.
Absolutely.
I think that it sounds like I remember my first time riding the bumper cars at Kennywood. I knocked my tooth out.
Right.
Yeah, so you're good.
I was
You're
hooked.
certified.
I was hooked. Yeah, I was like, I want to do this again. Let's go do this.
Right.
Now, what food are we eating to prepare for this? Is this like we gotta really get ready? I mean, are we doing a Guy Fieri kind of? Like we were talking online,
Diners, drive-ins,
right?
and
Yeah,
dives.
there you go.
Some Kelly O's French
There you
toast.
go.
Yeah, I try not to eat a big meal before the Derby. Like I'll just eat some fruit. I'll eat a salad for lunch because I don't want it to be heavy on my stomach. And then I usually take a B12 shot before a Derby, really kick up the metabolism and the concentration. And but right after the Derby, you're totally hungry.
Ravenous.
You're looking for a steak dinner after the Derby. Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah. So.
Best advice you were given? Is that a good question?
I've got a lot of advice from a lot of people, a lot of great drivers, great people. Yeah, that's to keep my mind set on the things that are
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. How about him?
Yeah.
Is he years beyond his age?
Oh, he is. I love him. He's my new protege.
Yeah.
He's my new protege.
Yeah, that's
He's going to have
awesome.
the top of the line stuff to compete on the national level within the next 3 years. He's doing it right
And
now.
I'm gonna say I knew you went.
today.
I love it. You guys, thank you so much. Where can everybody follow you guys so that they can learn a little bit more about the Derby, how to kind of get involved, all the fairs and such coming up?
Yeah. You can follow us on Sciopa Racing. You can follow us on Iron City Promotions, the Iron City Nationals, Most Wanted Fine Art, Jake Smith Metalworks, and
you're going to find a lot of shows at Hardcore Derby Promotions.
Hardcore Derby Promotion.
That's a lot of our local shows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And follow Jake because he's an up-and-comer, and now Pittsburgh will be backing him like,
Yes.
we knew him! This is so cool!
But I do have to ask Todd a question while we're on.
Question of the day, guys.
No, wait,
What's it like being the third best Derby driver in the family?
You mean the third best driver, but the most famous?
Well, that's not quite.
Well, stop, Jake, because I just went down to Florida a couple of weeks ago, and I think you know who won that one, right?
Steve?
No, I won that one, and it came down to my brother and my partner from Florida, and I took it down. So, Mark and Steve are on a different level than me, and I'm on the tail end of my career. Maybe a couple more years, and I'm going to turn my reins over to Jake. but I am the third best Derby driver in the family. So, but I own it, and but I can honestly tell you I'm the most known all over the country. So, if that's worth anything, right?
That definitely is. We got the protege coming up now. I think he's going to rank as #1.
Yes, I love it.
All right, so here's our question of the day, guys.
Yes.
And Rach, you have to answer because you haven't.
Oh, for crying out
All right,
loud.
so our question of the day is the kind of the common thread between everybody. So, what if you could, without any legality issues or anything, if you could, what road in Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, would you like to use demolition derby techniques? On what road in Western Pennsylvania would you like you? Todd.
600 Grant Street, right downtown Pittsburgh on the block.
I like that answer.
Yeah,
I like that answer.
No. I used to have an office at 600 Grant Street, USX Tower. So yeah, right on the bricks.
Pittsburgh Interstate.
Oh,
I'd
okay.
have to be it. I hate interstates.
All right. Rach. how
I
about you?
don't drive and I don't want to partake. I will watch and be excited for everybody.
What was my choice of road, do you know?
Oh man, 51.
No, so it's the Fourth Bridge. We literally just did it.
I thought he would get
Well, that's a derby in itself, trying to navigate that. You've got 5 minutes or 5 seconds to make your
And
decision.
if you would be allowed to use derby techniques, smash right on through and get out of town.
You have said that. You actually have said that.
You know what I can tell you though? Here's how if you like to drive in the snow, which I do, that's basically how it is in a derby when there's like 3 or 4 inches of mud. So if you're good at snow driving, you'd be great in a demolition derby. Great.
Turn left.
Yep.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Follow them. We can't wait to do derby stuff. Me and John. I'm not. I'm
We will
not.
put you in the car. I'll put whoever in the car.
We want it. We want it. Yeah, awesome. All right, coming in next, we have 2 more guests.
Thank
we
you
have
so much.
Jason. We have Jason from Most Wanted
you like
Fine
that?
Art, and then we have Noah, our musician.
Oh man, Jake.
All right. Hey, you guys, great. Jason, we're ready.
You asked me.
Okay, so we have. All right. Here we go.
Hi, sorry.
You're good.
You're good.
Hi.
All right.
Hey.
I like smashing cars.
This end right,
name's
we are
Jason.
smashing
Yes.
cars, and Jason from Most Wanted Fine Art. We always take our host, like the owner of the bar, the owner of the house, first. You're the guy, so we should have taken you first because you're the guy that got us up here. You called and said, we're doing this demolition derby thing, and we love, as we tell, we always like unique jobs, unique things going on in Pittsburgh. And you have shown us, like there are people that are from Pittsburgh here that are like leaders in demolition derby-ing, right?
Is that a participle ing? Like you're derby-ing?
Yes, we're
The
derbying.
manner in which you derby?
Yes, we're derbying.
Okay.
Yes, it's a verb, pronoun, it's all.
Okay. Hashtag derbying. All right.
Derbying,
I
yes.
gotcha.
Yes.
So walk us through. I mean, here you are. This is a big deal.
This is a big deal I get to show my artwork here in a sympathetic crowd. I like to show my artwork on my trailer. I've been on tour now for 10 years with my demolition derby car going across America. And when I'm done with the car, I build it into a sculpture. And as a part of that, as far as unique jobs is, I spray paint demolition derby cars every weekend somewhere in America. So
Just
next
somewhere.
weekend is Minnesota. Earlier this week wasn't even a weekend. I was in North Carolina. The weekend after that we'll be in Maryland, and I just travel. So I was in Los Angeles doing a demolition derby car with a graffiti crew just 3 weeks ago. So that's why I'm pretty well known here. It's because of my efforts, and so I've been on tour for 10 years now, trying to sell demolition derby as a fine art.
How cool is that, Larry? Being a car guy, what do you feel about that? Oh my gosh, look at that.
I feel like your skill level is just insane.
Thanks.
I mean, looking
Yeah,
at
that's
everything
it.
that you have here, like not just with the cars, you have helmets, you have coolers, you have cups, your shirts, all the
This is
artwork
all
that
you.
you have here.
It's
Like,
all
there's-
me and
like,
all the
there's a-
sculptures on the table.
There's a lawnmower. You have to look at the pictures and videos. There's
Right.
a lawnmower.
So
that
we've
we
been
did.
selling out on
It's
these.
insane.
So what started it? I mean, were you a good chalk artist as a kid? Were you an artist as a kid?
I was an
enjoying
artist
art?
as a kid. My
Okay.
grandfather ran the tow truck, and he pulled the cars out of the demolition derby. So as a kid, for a reward, if I learned how to change the alternator, I was allowed to go out to the junkyard and spray paint any car I wanted in the junkyard.
How cool is that?
So
So that's so organic, because you could have gone into the business that way,
Right.
but you were like, we're gonna really graffiti this up, right?
and it wasn't until I was in the Army and I got through college that I had a professor tell me, you don't need to invent any new art forms. Like, you are already doing it. Just do what you love. If I need to give you permission, here's the permission slip. Take Demolition Derby across America, call it art, and enjoy. So I still am with.
That's so cool.
So my mentor, he lives in Olympia, Washington. I visit him every 2 years. So next April, I'm bringing him a Demolition Derby car to Seattle, and we're gonna smash a Demolition car out there.
How cool is that?
And it's on an
And we're
asphalt
going with
track.
them, Rach. Just so you know, we're going with them.
Awesome. Done and done.
Now,
You can come with me. It's so many fun places to go.
now let's go backwards
What a way
in a
to
second
travel.
because people do not have to follow you all over the country to find your artwork. You have a gallery right in the friendship section of Pittsburgh, right?
I do. I used to have a gallery on Penn Avenue. We sold it a number of years ago because I had outgrown it. I couldn't get a car jammed into the building. Like, the best I could do is I could get my Toyota Prius that I smashed into the building, and I could get pieces of cars in the building. So after 15 years of trying to jam a car into a building on Penn Avenue, we were able to move up the hillside and get near an acre that we have changed and renovated in the city of Pittsburgh to what we call Rowdy Park, which is the name of my son. And that's where we spray paint and build Demolition Derby cars as fine art.
So you have an area, and that's where it all happens.
Yeah, so we're in Garfield
So
underneath the
cool.
water tower. So if you're at Children's Hospital and you look east, the water tower is right there. We're underneath the water tower. So
you
you're
know
coming
where
across
east
the
is?
Bloomfield Bridge.
Okay, yes. Go ahead. Go across the Bloomfield Bridge.
All right, while you're on the Bloomfield Bridge,
Okay.
you look at the 1 o'clock, you'll see the water tower in Garfield, and then I'm right there.
John will drive me there.
I know his pain. I mean, Rorick Hondo, we're right in the middle of Bloomfield. I got to jam 300 cars in
Yeah.
somehow in
Right.
Bloomfield.
I
like,
think you should
it's-
come
it's
jazzy up
insane.
your cars. I think that would be
I would
a
love
Let's
to.
make that happen. You know what? I might do that. Maybe what we could do is maybe I could take one of the cheap wholesale cars, like just a couple $100 car,
Dude.
and then have
Let's do it for
Jason
charity.
give it to Jason,
Let's do it.
have him paint it up. We're
Listen
doing
to
it.
all the
right?
things that
Let's
happen.
do
We're
it.
doing it.
I want a Camry. We can make a
No,
Camry really
Honda,
tough.
Honda.
We can make a Honda.
We can do Camry. We can do Camry
What?
too.
We can do. You're the Honda? We
He's the
can do-
Honda guy.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I've been talking about Camrys the whole time.
I
Let's
was
get
in
the
Toyota for 9 years.
All right, well, let's get the Accord. We're gonna get the Accord, and it's just as tough. All right, we can make that Accord beat a Camry. A little bit of wrenching on the
That's the
front
goal?
end. I promise you that our Accord will beat that Camry.
Listen,
And we're gonna have your art all
collabs
over
don't
it.
start till I walk in. I love it. No, that's so cool, you guys. I love it. I mean,
That's such a
this
good idea.
is such an art because you do hear, and I love that you said something that resonated was the professor said to you, don't reinvent the wheel. You know, and art is sometimes because there's that creative factor. It's like, what can I do that's different that no one else has done? I don't want to do canvas. I don't want to do clothing. I've never heard of this before. I mean, are there other people like you?
There's one other person, and his
Okay.
name is John Chamberlain.
Oh,
He's from the '60s.
We're getting closer. It's
Wait.
not- yeah.
So you've heard of
meaning to
Andy
tell you
Warhol,
about my
right?
secret hug.
okay, gotcha. Yes.
Okay, Andy Warhol, he was a pop artist, and in that group of pop artists, there was Robert Rauschenberg, and there was other artists. One of the artists, his name is John Chamberlain.
Okay.
Now, I have a nice little story about the Warholas. If you know Andy Warhol, drop the A on.
Right.
So the Warholas own the scrapyard in the North Side Metals. They are very sympathetic and care about my art career, as does the Warhol Foundation. So I bring my cars to them, and then we use their giant equipment to squish the cars together to help me make these sculptures, and I get to direct like a choreographed play from the ground while the big equipment smashes my sculptures, and I'm like, oh, a little more of this, a little more of that. So I have to be very thankful to the foundation who cares about my art career. So these guys have been like collecting my cars and helping reinforce that this is a fine art, and because Uncle Andy had a piece of John Chamberlain sculpture in the foyer of his New York City apartment, so whenever they would come visit Uncle Andy, they would see this smashed metal, and whenever they met me, they already knew that this artwork existed in the 60s, but it was a pop art. It was talking about the culture of America and how we produce things, like the Campbell soup can,
Sure.
like those. But mine has a narrative, so each one of my sculptures was in a Demolition Derby that I drove the car in. So I'm not reproducing a ton of cars. I'm only making 3 sculptures a year, because I'm only smashing 3 cars a year. So it's finite, and that's what this event is really. makes me feel so special because this is my first comprehensive sculpture art display. Because normally I'm only showing one sculpture along with my paintings. Now we're showing 5 sculptures with my paintings. And so the lawnmower is the reference back to the pop art that we just talked about. So I'm trying to bring it full circle with Andy Warhol, Pittsburgh. What is pop art and what do I do?
John, good find. I usually find the really good guests, but I have to give him credit. This is great.
This was great. I wish I could take credit, but he found us.
Yeah, but listen, and I won't say interesting, because if you watch, you know that when I say interesting, sometimes I'm not. So seriously, this was fantastic.
Well, this all started with Jason and Sue Kerr from Pittsburgh.
Oh, right.
Years ago, Jason at his previous gallery, they asked bloggers to do a piece of art about blogging, and they put them on display to kind of just put some oomph behind blogging.
Yeah,
which is kind of what we do.
Yeah,
we celebrate the different styles of art.
I love it.
And if you could be a tango instructor or a chef, whatever. So blogging wasn't. This guy is the perennial winner right here. Perennial every year wins first place. Always winning that, so I knew who to call for this event.
There you go.
I called the number 1 guy.
Aw, look at number 1 in our hearts. I'm sorry, I keep hitting
Rachel
his
just
vaccine.
hit me on my vaccine.
Sorry. Listen, Jason, we love what you're doing. Please continue to keep up with us, because I want to be able to know what's going on in a couple months, like a quarterly check-in, and we have to do this collab.
We're gonna build a car. We're gonna smash it.
Who's driving that car?
John's gonna drive it.
Yes.
Not Rachel.
All right, so that car is gonna be smashed September 18th in New Alex, Pennsylvania, which is 33 miles east of Pittsburgh. It's the most wanted fine art event during the Iron City promotions.
You said it right the first time.
Iron City promo. So they're very gracious to me to let me have my own event inside, just like how Smith Metalworks here is very gracious to allow me to host my little thing inside of their event. We encourage anybody, if you have a car that still runs, starts and stops, bring it to the event and I'll get you there. I'll trailer your car there. I'll have someone buy your car after it's over, so we don't have to bring it back to your driveway.
Okay.
So if you got an old Honda that still runs, starts and stops, let's get it ready for Demolition Derby.
Let's hashtag smash that bitch.
Hashtag smash that bitch. I like
What?
Smash that bitch.
We will not accept donations of your ex-spouse's car.
Yeah, right.
Unless you're verified.
All right, you're good at the question of the day, so you
question of the day, Jason. If you could apply Demolition Derby techniques on any road in Western Pennsylvania, just to ease your pain on that road, what road would you choose to use Demolition Derby techniques?
It would be the road coming up on the backside of Oakland, Panther Hollow. That shaky road that ruins my car. I might as well be ruining another car at the same time. I would like to bounce my car down that hill into another car.
That's a good one.
You know,
That's a good answer.
I love it.
All right.
Where do they find you online?
Most Wanted Fine Art on YouTube is my favorite social media. Please subscribe. It helps me out. It lets my wife know that you care about what I'm doing, you know. So Most Wanted Fine Art on Instagram, Most Wanted Fine Art on Facebook, mostwantedfineart.com. And my name is Jason Sauer, and I'm hashtag America's Best Known Artist.
Nice.
Wow.
Jason, thanks for organizing this for us. This was awesome.
Yeah, are you doing our next week one also?
Yeah.
I'll be in Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
So unless you're coming there.
Yeah,
I wish, yeah.
All right.
They'll build
Awesome.
far.
Next up
He
is...
said, Next up, yes.
Can't wait.
Cool.
Perfect.
All right, cool.
That was awesome.
Jason.
Thanks for having me.
You're fabulous. Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, Noah, come on in
Yeah,
here.
appreciate it.
So, Jason, what I'm going to do,
Yeah, we can do a bunch.
what I'm going to do since the Facebook Live didn't work, I'll get Colin to send me all the videos. I'll just kind of clip them together, and we'll put them up tomorrow on Facebook as a premiere.
Okay.
So you guys can
So it looks
see
like
all of
live.
your stuff.
Okay.
Right? That way, because if I go home and it's like 4 o'clock today, nobody's going to watch it.
Right.
So at like 10 o'clock tomorrow morning or 11 o'clock, we'll put it up there so you guys can see all of it. But then, of course, the end of the podcast will come out.
Great. Just send me links, and
I'll-
I'll forward it to all these guys, and all these guys will forward it to everybody.
That's awesome.
And you have 100,000 views.
That's awesome.
I love it. Thank
Great.
you so much, man.
I'm gonna look
I
at this.
appreciate it.
Cool.
I
All
love
right.
it.
Hi, Noah.
All right, good. All right.
Good. I know, I did mine.
Jason, these are awesome.
you guys out.
These are awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, we sell those for $45 each. The cups are $45, and I sell out immediately.
I bet you do.
I followed you on Instagram.
Do you?
I just did.
Oh, well, thank you.
I was
I'll
looking
follow
at
you
your
back once I get to.
Huzzah.
I'm saving my phone because tonight we're going to be spray painting the car outside.
Oh, nice.
I do a lot of tribute paint jobs, so two of the most important people in Derby passed away this year, so I'm painting for them.
Oh, wow.
So the only dude from Rankin who died of COVID is my best friend, Big Wayne. So we're going to spray paint Big Wayne on here. So so that's the tag I have for you. So when I travel across America, my man Big Wayne would post up on my car and just lean on it, and he'd hold court while I spray paint. And then one of his promoters would have a golf cart for him and I, and they would drive us around like celebrity elite, and we go from car to car to car. Well, now the promoters want me to have my own booth, and they're going to bring the cars to me. So now so they bought me this, all these promoters put together and bought me this, so I can be professional with them. So that's awesome. We're going to be spray painting the tribute.
Oh, good for you. Will that be on Facebook?
Probably.
We'll share it. We'll share it.
It'll be on my YouTube page today.
Okay. All right. Noah, you ready?
I'm ready.
We did the song already.
Yes.
Gotcha.
We had him record earlier.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right.
And since we weren't on Facebook Live, I didn't have him do the sound. Okay. If we were on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Here we go.
Ready? Okay. Noah, are you 14 also?
20.
Okay. I was talking to Jake, and I was like, I have a 14 and an almost 18-year-old, so I was like, I'm not sure of the range here, but you look like a youngster, but what a voice.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Been singing for about 7 years now.
Okay, so what is your story at 20? If you started at 13, what was that like? Are you coming from a musical family? What really interested you in playing music?
So my older brother played guitar while I was growing up, and I always looked up to my older brother. So I started playing guitar like loosely in like the 4th grade. Then I quit.
Okay.
But like that's like
everybody, right? You're first, and then you're like, okay. Yeah.
But like that was the catalyst to like get me into music.
Okay.
And then I actually ended up singing a solo in choir in 7th grade, and it just kind of stuck after that. Just loved it. So.
Now, what are your Pittsburgh roots?
Pittsburgh roots? So born and raised Mercer County.
Okay, none.
So
really
no
Pittsburgh.
Dun, dun, dun. Ready for this reveal, Rachel?
I'm ready. What? Hit me.
565 in Bellevue. Mark Helblin.
Get out. So you performed there?
Yes, I have.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love Mark.
Okay. So are you there again that we could come see you and bring a big YaJagoff crowd?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm in talks with them to, bring me on down there again and, hopefully play for another
That
night.
is awesome.
Yeah.
So, and brought to you by Fusion Entertainment, right?
No doubt.
So that's super cool because Fusion finds all the good entertainment. But now, where have you been performing? Obviously, again, not talking COVID because we're not over it in an insensitive way. We just want to move forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where have you been performing?
So I owe like an enormous debt of gratitude to North Country Brewing Company as a whole.
Wow. Bro.
Yeah.
Do you know our connection there?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had a good talk with the fellow over here.
Okay.
Yeah, so like for like the past 6 months, I've been working really hard with them and.
So you perform in their tap room?
Oh yeah, I perform at the tap room, at the brewery, and down at Harmony Inn as well.
Okay.
So just all wonderful, wonderful people. They've become like almost like a family to me, and my business doing music as well, and just wonderful supporters. So,
That's so good to hear. Larry, you're a music guy and car guy. What do you have for
Comes
us?
full circle, Rachel.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean? No,
I got
me,
it.
it's
I got
crazy. So, obviously one of the questions that people always get when it comes to music is like, who would you say you sound like? Which I hate that question.
Same.
You know
Don't
what
ask
I mean?
it, Larry.
I don't like it at all. But I will ask, other than your own music, who are some of your favorite artists that you've grown up listening to that you really can just like, if you're going on a drive, who do you like to listen to? Who do you really enjoy?
Tyler Childers, Sturgill Simpson, Eagles, Fleetwood Mac, and Pink Floyd.
I like that.
Okay,
I like
John
that
loves the Eagles. I'll go Pink Floyd.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love Pink Floyd. Yeah. In fact, my father-in-law, side note, still listens to Dark Side of the Moon. Like he'll like make the house real dark and listen to Dark Side of the Moon and do like the whole British Floyd.
Oh,
You know how they come back? Yeah, super cool.
Big time.
So, what would your advice be being 20? I mean, this is so fantastic that music is still alive, right?
Oh, yes.
What would your advice be to that 13-year-old who's just starting? Because like you said, it's so traditional to hear. I started with the guitar. I started playing piano. My chorus teacher heard me, especially for males, right?
Yeah.
What is, I know you're going to say, I assume you're going to say stick with it, but what would your advice be to them in an industry like music?
You need to have like a very strong passion for it, I didn't realize I had a passion for it until it just kind of let loose.
Okay.
But like you just said, sticking with it is like the most important thing in the world, because I didn't start playing guitar like in a religious standpoint until like 4.5, 5 years ago.
Okay.
I was a sophomore in high school at that point.
Gotcha.
If I would have just kept through it up until like, I would have been like 10 years under my belt, and I would be 20 times better than I would be right now.
Sure.
So like,
well, who knows though?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't do that to yourself, because you don't know, right?
Yeah.
Just keep at it, so you're fine. Where do you want to go from here? So obviously, great place, Mercer County. Obviously, great support system with North Country Brewing staff and family. But what else where else are we going to see you, and what else are you going to be doing?
In the next 2 years, I have a tentative plan to move down to Nashville.
Okay.
And hopefully work really hard. I've been busting my butt up here, and
Okay.
just working super hard, making connections as I can go. So hopefully making it down there and seeing what I can do.
I love it. We'll do a podcast from Nashville whenever he's there.
Do it.
What is the song that we're hearing today?
The song is called Fire in Her Eyes. It was the first song that I'd ever written. It just takes you through like this story of a dude who drinks himself to death. But it's a really, it was like, just came pretty naturally. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to it. Lara, anything else?
Where can people find you? If they want to listen to you. You got YouTube channel, Spotify, anything like that?
So we're working on doing some recording right now.
Okay.
But the primary way that you can reach out to me or like get a hold of me would be Instagram at VOLTZAYYY or Noah Volts on Facebook.
Nice. Awesome.
We are already following because we're fans, and we want to see him at 565. Literally, John and I walk every day through Bellevue because he lives in Brighton Heights. I live in the North Hills. We'll literally walk past. Obviously, the Hellblings are good friends of ours. Vote for Mark for mayor. And 565 is a fantastic music venue that we're so happy is coming back into the swing of things now. So hopefully we'll see you there.
You
Awesome.
can even come up to North Country Brewing
I
and get yourself a
mean,
YaJagoff beer.
There you go.
Listen to
Larry.
some
There's so
Noah.
many triangulation things with him at this point because Harmony Inn, he plays there,
Right.
565, North
Yeah.
Country Brewing, all that kind of stuff.
I love it. All right, question of the day. If you haven't already heard, what is your Western PA road that you would want? Is that how we're saying it? Or that you would want to have a derby?
Use
like you're
demolition
mad.
derby techniques on it.
Like hate driving
that
on like
road
one of
rage.
Russian
Just have a
issue.
road that's just so awful.
Yes.
422 in general.
That's a good one. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
a good
it's already
one.
like a demolition derby to begin with.
Right.
So, I mean,
Perfect
just make
answer.
it more legal.
There you go. That's why I thought he would say 51, because who in the hell wants to be
We
on
literally
51?
just almost drove the demolition derby on the Fort Bay Bridge the other day.
Yeah.
And then we chased the guy.
Or on a random. Yes.
You might be the Jagoff of the week.
We are the I live my life as the Jagoff of the week when John has road rage. This is so true.
That's awesome.
Noah, thank you so much. What a great guy. What a great guy.
Thanks so
Listen,
much.
this is a phenomenal podcast.
It was, right?
I feel like I'm like sabotaging you guys right now, but like from what I heard, you guys did awesome.
Casey, we have to say thanks to Casey Smith, our host, and Jason Sauer from Most Wanted Fine Art, and we have to thank the guys from what's it called? Track Shot Live. There, if you want to experience Demolition Derby-ing,
yeah.
right, you go on and you follow them because they do all these events all over the country.
Okay.
And we were invited to Minnesota. They said they would give us a car and a place to sleep if we go up there.
We're going to Minnesota, Nashville, where else?
Right.
There? In our Honda. Are we going to
New York?
Yeah,
Right.
I think so.
Yeah, so that's
We'll take
awesome.
it.
So thanks
to Lair Bear.
Thanks to Lair Bear for pinching in while Rachel was on her way here out in the parking lot smashing cars. Now we have to go take a bunch of police reports. And of course, thanks to Roy Honda, because Larry, tell us a little bit about the value of used cars these days.
Used cars are worth more than they've ever been worth right now. So if you're thinking about trading your car in, you're going to get top dollar for it right now. If you're thinking about getting a new car, come and see us. www.rorick.com.
And now we're going to hear the song that we're so patiently waiting to hear from Noah Volts, thanks to Fusion Entertainment. Boom.